Hello, Akejola. Hello.
Hello, sir. I can hear you.
I said I said that what was our introduction? What did we say? Or what did we define about
In our
uh,
last class,
our
right?
last topics? So I want
Our
you
last
to
topic, we looked at,
explain for me.
okay, in our last class, we looked at string indexes. So,
Okay.
under string index, we looked at the forward and the backward string index, whereby the forward one starts from zero, like you assign a particular number to a value, yes, like let's say for example a string, and we used Python, whereby from the forward is starting from zero. Then if you want to take it from the backward side, you have like negative one, two, three. So we looked at how to slice the string index by using the index colon and another index. Then we look at concatenation,
Okay.
whereby you have to join two or more words
Continue.
together with the use of plus. We looked at delete, how to delete a let's say a line of code. So when you put delete in front of like maybe a variable name and you try to run the variable name, it will not go because it has been deleted. We also looked at how to iterate a string, which is more like transpose in Excel. So we looked at how to enumerate. When you enumerate, it lists the index in front of each of the variables, like zero, then the number that the string that is in front of it.
Wow. I love that. I love that. I think. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to our group chat and tell them that class have started?
Okay, so I'm doing that now. Okay, I'm trying to get the class.
Okay. So our today's topic we are going to look at on string membership.
Okay,
We are
string
going to
membership.
look at on string words membership. String membership. So we have seen various concepts of Python, and we have looked further about string. So let's see how we can check for a membership. Now, how we can check for a membership in what a string. So for us to check for membership in a string, we have to first of all let's get our list of. We are going to get the list of string we want to check. We are going to see we are going to see some examples of how we can check. So now, when we talk about membership of a string, so what do you understand by the word membership, Akejola?
Membership, to be part of something, I think.
Should be part
Can you hear
of
me?
what?
To be part of
I can hear you.
something. When you say membership, to be part of something.
Okay. Now let's talk about in a string now. If we want to check for the part of a string, Now, for example, uh, you are a member of CM Tech, right? You are a member
Yes, I
of
am.
CM
Yes, I
Tech,
am.
and Daniel is also a member of CM Tech. So when someone asks, "Are you a member?" or check for if you are a member of CM Tech, yes, you are a member. So this is how we can check in string membership. So for us to check for a particular string, if the particular string is being declared, if the particular string is being declared. So if it's not declared, I think it will not produce what result. It will not produce result. So this is important when we are writing code in our future purpose, in our future line of code. We can use the concept to check, like for authentication or verification of a particular string or particular Hello, can you hear me?
I think your the network is from your end. It's showing red bar on your network. Hello?
Yes, I know. From
Okay, but I can hear you a bit.
break, yeah, from my hand, the network is breaking, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I think weather, I think is the weather. So
Okay.
now let's continue. Let's see how we can work with some practical example. Now let me declare a particular string. Now I'm going to call it my string. Then this is my variable name. I will assign it to what? A string. Now, I want to assign it to what? Hello what? Hello everyone. Now, now this is where membership of a string comes in. There's a word you can use to check. Now, you can use in to check in. Now, in will help you to access a particular word. If the word is inside the string, it will help you. Now let me run this. Now my code have been run. Now let me check. Now for watch me watch me as I work with the in. Now you will see how I can do it. I will say print, then I will I will look for the word I want to check inside my string. Now inside my string I want to check if hello is inside. Now the word hello. Now I will say in what? In the variable name. Now what is the variable name? My string. In what? My string. Now when I run it, if hello is inside, it will produce true. But if hello is not inside, it will produce what? False. So Python uses the true and false to respond or to reply. Okay, now let me run. Now, did you see it said true? True. Because hello is inside. Now, let me check for everyone. For every. Now, okay, now every. Now, I'll run it. It will say true. Now, let me use capital letter E. Did you see? It said false. Because uh, everyone, the everyone I use, the one I use started with a capital letter. and the other one started with small letter and they are not the same. So it will say false because they are not the same. But when I change it, when I change it what to small letter, now when I change it to small letter, it will say true because everyone is inside here. And this is why we call it membership or a string. And for example, we are working, okay, for example, we are working with a login, uh, a login portal. Most times when we put our wrong password or wrong details, it will not take us to our page. But when we put the correct word or correct password, it will take us to the page. This is where authentication comes in. Now, I want you to take note of this membership of a string in Python. It's used for checking, it is used for authentication. Please take note of it. It is more important. This is why membership of a string comes in. Okay. Now, let's go to the next. Now, we want to see other topics like now let's see string functions. String what functions? When we talk about function is like already create code or already create code that help you to perform a specific task. Okay, for example, I want to explain function, but when we are going to the very topic of function, I will explain it in details. Okay, for example, your calculator. Let's use our calculator as a case study. Now, you see a button where you see your sum or equal to. You see the plus, or sometimes you see cosine. Now, when we talk about cosine in mathematics, it has to do with calculation. There's a calculation behind that button, cosine in calculator. So that button now is a function that perform that calculation. Calculation. So still the same way, string has a function, and which is an inbuilt function that comes in with string. So this is an example. So let's look at an example. So I'm coming. So let's write the topic: string what function? String function. Now, string function. We have what different uh, string function. We have the different string function. Now, let's create what? Let's use this to create our string function. Let's see example. So this one, I will name it as string one, my string one. Now, I will create space here, So let's see now. I will run it. So this is our string one now. We want to see how we want to perform this task. Now we want to look on how we can. Let me run it. Okay, I'm calling my string. Okay, yeah. Let's run it. Now we want to see how we can remove these spaces. Now in Python, we have what we call strip. Strip. We have the word strip. 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 Now strip is like removing, like yes, removing. Now we have the right strip, the left strip. We have the right strip and the left strip. Now, for example, we want to strip out this. This is the right, the left. Now this is the right. Now let's see how we can strip out these spaces. Now, okay, now we can use the normal strip. We can use normal strip. Okay, now let's call my string. Now my string one dot strip. Now strip can help you to strip out the spaces. So it will strip out the spaces. Now let me run. Now did you see all the spaces has been stripped out? Look at it. There's no space here again. I have stripped it out. Now so let me save this. Let me save this. Let me create a variable called strict. Let me create a variable called strict. Now then let me run it. Now I will use the strip. Okay, now so this is our the one we used, the normal strip. Now let's see how we can use the right strip. Let me copy this, copy, and I'll paste it here. I'll use arrow strip. Now this arrow strip, let us not be confused. This is just a variable I'm using, a variable name. Okay, it's just a variable name. Now the code is my strip dot arrow strip, arrow strip. Now look at it, look at this very well. Now did you see that I added arrow dot arrow strip? Now this tells us that the this my string one, I want you to remove the right spaces. So that is what the code is telling the Python code, the Python to do for him. Now let's see. Now look at it. The right has been removed, and the left is still remaining. Look at the left. The left is still remaining. So let's see how we can also remove from what the left. Let me copy and paste. Now I will just add arrow for us to differentiate it, and I will just add L, sorry, L to differentiate it. Now to differentiate it, now this is the left strip, and L stands for left. Now when I run it will remove from the left. Okay, so I hope you are not confused. Do you have any question?
No, no, no,
Is there any question from anyone? Okay.
no
Now,
question.
okay. Let's go forward. Okay. Now let's see this. Okay. I'll copy this example again. Let's see other examples. Okay, let's come down here and paste it. And now I will name it to 2. This is our example 2. And we want to look at on how we can use strip and specify what we want to strip out. Okay, this is a code we can use to specify what we want to strip out. What we want to strip out. So let's see this. I want to create something different, and I will use star star star, and I'll use star star. So now we use star. Okay, I'm just using this as an example, and let's see our output. Okay, good. Now this is our output, and now let's specify what we want to remove. Now we are going to call out our variable name. Now this is our variable name. Now let's use the normal strip. Let's use the normal strip, then specify what we want to remove. Now, so now we are going to specify it by adding the star here inside. Now, if you watch me, I use this to perform the code, and you will see that everything will be all the stars will be stripped out. Now, did you see they stripped out? Don't be confused. Oh. Okay, don't let me not make it look more difficult for you guys. Okay, let me use a space. So the when I use the star inside here, this is a statement, and it will see that star inside as the same statement. Okay, so let me run it again now. This is it. Okay, this is it. Don't be confused about that. Now, this is how you can specify and use the strip to strip out the specified item. Now let's see how we can specify using the right and the left. Now you can specify using the right and the left like this. Copy and we paste. Now let's see arrow. You can press the arrow and it will strip out from the right. Still the same way we can press the L to strip out from the left. Now look at it, the left. So are you guys okay with this, or do you have any question to ask? Do you have any question?
No, no
Hello,
question.
guys. So everyone is clear to everyone is clear. Now let's move on. We are moving on gradually. Gradually, we are going to the data analysis proper. So we are still moving on. Now let me copy this. Let me copy this example. I'm coming. Okay, let me copy this. Now let's see other functions. Let's see other functions of what? Of a string. Of what? A string. We are going to look out for other functions of what? A string. So I'm going to name here three. So now we are going to look on other function. There's a function like the upper cases, the lower cases, the upper lower cases, they replace the count, and then we go forward to the next. Now in our Microsoft Word or Excel, we talked about formatting. You can format by capitalizing, you can format by categories and all. Now, still the same way, we can use code now to capitalize to change uh, our word or statement to different cases. Okay, so let's look at some examples. So this example we are going to look at now, we want to change this to a capital letter. Now we want to change it to capital letter using the string function. Now we are going to copy our my string 3, and we are going to use dot. Let's use the lower cases, or let's okay now let's change this first letter to capital and second to capital. Now good. Now let's change it to lowercase or true. Lowercase what or true. Now we are going to use the lower, and now since we have used the lower, you see the result. The result will change every letter to lower case, to what lower case, and it has already changed it to lower case. Okay. Now let's see how we can change it to what uh, upper case. You can use the upper, then run. Everything becomes upper. Everything becomes what upper case. Now let's look at for capitalized. You can use the word capitalized. Everything be cap. Everything will become capitalized. Now look at it. So this is the way we can word format. Now we can count the numbers of what string. We can count what the number of string here. We can count it. Now let's use the count function. We are going to use the count function like this, the count method like this. Now we are going to run it. When we run it, okay. Now when we run it, we are going to see what how many let's count how many hello. So when we added when we had hello, okay, for example like this, hello. Okay, now let's see the count of this. It will tell me zero. Now let's add more than two hello. Let's count more than two hello. Okay. Now when I run it and run the count, when I run the count, I'm coming. Let me use the capital letter. Now did you see the count is now three because I use the uh, capital letter to check, because when I use a small letter it did not recognize this, but due to they are not similar, Python work with case, they are case sensitive, so I have to change the cases of the H. Now it gave me three. Now how many L is inside there is three. So are you guys confused of this explanation, or should I go further? Hello, hello, guys. Hello.
Hello? I can hear you, sir. You can continue.
Okay. So, so everything is clear, ba? So let me continue. So we are going to look on now. We are going to look on what we are going to look on what split. There is a word split. There's a word split. Okay. In please a minute, please. I'm coming. Let me attend to something. A minute. Okay, welcome back. So welcome back, and now let's look on how we can use the split. There's a word split, and split help you to like bring it back to or transpose it back. There's a word called split in Python. So now let's change it to four. Four. Now when I run it, this is how it look like. Now let's see the function of split. Let's see this function of what split. Now let me copy this. Uh, instead of this, let me remove it and add the split. Okay. Now let me change this to 4 and run. Now this split, okay, this split separate it. Sorry, I said transport. Sorry for my mistake. Now this split help us to what? Separate it. Everything is grouped as one string bar. Now when we use split, it will separate it. It will separate it and put it in a what? A list format. A list format. Separated by what? Comma. It will separate it by comma and put it in a list format. So this is the handwork of what? A list, a split. So this is how the split work. This is how the split work. Okay. Now let's go further. Let's go further, and we want to see some other things we need to learn. Some other things we need to learn in Python. Now, so we are going to talk about. I'm coming. What are we going to talk about again? Okay, we are going to talk about. I already talked about upper cases and lower cases. There's a word called is upper. Okay, now we, for example, we can convert to upper or lower. Now let's ask if the letter or the string is upper or if it's lower. We can check. Let's see our answer. If it's true, it will produce true for us. But if it's not upper, it will produce false for us. Now remember, let's go back here. Let's go back to where we check for upper where we check for capitalized cases. Let's see. Okay, now I think it's not there again. I've already edited it. Now let me use this. Okay, let me just copy this. Copy and paste here. Now here becomes 5 and here becomes 5. Yes, 5. Now so let's check. Let's check. Now for us to check if it's upper or lower, now we are going to do it like this. Now there's a word called is. Now we are going to use is. What is upper, is capital, is decimal, is alpha, or is alphanumeric, or is decimal. So now let's use what is alpha. Let's see if it's an alphabet. Now let's run. It said first, it's not an alphabet. It's not an alphabet. Alphabet, okay? It's not an alphabet. I don't really know why it said first. Okay, now let's run. Let's run it and run this. First is alpha. I think we are missing out something. Okay, if it's alpha, now it said first. It said first. I don't know. It's not seeing it as an alpha. Okay, now let's see if it's numeric. It said first. Let's see if it's none, alpha none, set forth. Now let's see let's see something. Why is he not giving us the right statement? Now let's check for, okay, let's see an example of this. Why is not giving us the results? Okay, let's check again. We might be missing out something. Let's see if it's alpha was numeric. Okay, now alpha, wow, alpha, what is wrong, what is wrong? Okay, this is supposed to work out, this is supposed to work out, and I'm surprised it's not giving me the results. Okay, now sorry, due to the space, due to the space, it cannot recognize that space. Okay, for example, let me go back again. Let me go back again. Let me write hello. Hello. Okay, then let me space it. When I space it, it will not recognize it. It will say false. But due to the space, because the system do not recognize something like space. Okay, but when we like join it together and run, it will see it as what, alphanumeric. But let's check for what, if it's none, alpha none, or is none, it will tell us false. This is how we can check for none. So you see string object as, okay, let's check for what, alpha none. Let's see. It said true. One, alpha none is true because it can either be what, alphabet, it can either be none. Okay, but when we check for none, it will not give us any output, it will give us an error because it's not none. Okay, so let's go forward. We can also check for numeric. Let's see numeric. It still the same numeric. Numeric is also none. Let's say numeric. It will still tell us false. False. So I believe we understand this. Hello. Hello. Hello guys. Okay. Uh,
Hello, sir. We can hear you, sir.
I hope you guys understand because we are moving to a fresh topic now. Hello. Azamta, I hope you understand.
Sound
Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. Now we are going to okay, let me talk to you guys. I talked about assignment, and I've not seen anyone respond to the assignment by creating their names as a folder on that assignment folder. Why? I don't really
I
know why.
responded to your assignment, sir. I sent you my assignment. It's there.
so
Okay,
my own is there too.
you have already created your folder.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you tried to go through the video of our previous classes and work on your own?
Yes, sir. Submitted based on the previous class.
Okay, good. So I think Amos,
Yes, sir.
Amos.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Amos, there's a software called there's a Python app you can use on your phone, yeah, to practice. You can use Python software or app to practice first, okay, and give me feedback.
Okay, sir. What's the name of the app?
Okay. You can just search. I think Python PY. There's a app called PY Python. There's a You can research on a app that can code Python. I know PY is an app, okay? You can do some more research, or after this class, I will do a research on you and give you a feedback, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, good. I want you guys to be carried along. Now, we are moving to a fresh topic called lists. We are moving to a fresh topic called lists. Lists. Now, lists in Python. List in what? In Python. We have what? Okay, let me define list. Let me define list before we go further. Or do anyone can define a list for us, or we want to try? We want to try. Is there anyone who want to try? List, the word list. Okay, okay. Let me uh, let me define it for you guys. Now, list is a collection of items, a collection of item, okay? Or list is an ordered sequence of item. List is an ordered sequence of what? Item. So when we say what is a list is a collection of item or an ordered sequence of item. Now we can have different data type under a list. We can have an integer, float, string in a list. Okay. Now we are going to look at on how we can create what? A list. How we can create a list. List is being defined using what? Square bracket. List is being defined using what? Square bracket. Okay. Now let's see some of these examples. Now we are into list creation. Lists, let's say list, and list what is a collection of what? Item. Now list what? List creation. List creation. Now, so let's see our first example. I said list is being created using what? A square bracket. Let's see our first example. List one. This is our example. I have declared a variable name called list one. And this list one, we are going to create an empty list. Now using what? A square bracket. Using what? A square bracket. Now this is a list we have just created. Now let's check if truly is a list. Let's check if truly is a list because we don't know yet. Now we want to check using what? The type. Using the type method to check. We are going to use the word the type to check. Okay, let's check using the type. Now let's see print now brackets type, then brackets, then list, 1. Now let's run. Now did you see it's a class of what? A list. It's a class of what? A list. So now this is a list. This is how you create what? A list. Okay. Now let's insert item in a list. Now let's insert item in a list. Let's copy this. Now we are going to write it as what? 2. List what? 2. Now we are going to insert it. Now we have what? We are going to insert it with digit. We have what? 10, 10, and we have 30 and comma 60. Now we have already inserted it, and this is what? Our list of what? Item. Now uh, we can add any uh, values or integer or data type. We can different type of data type. So just I explained, we can add what? Different data type. So we are going to uh, list indexing. Remember we talked about string indexing. Still the same way we have what? The list indexing. We have what? The list indexing. So I remember I talked about that we have some other topics like tuples, sect. Now, those ones also have what? Indexing. So let's see if uh, indexing can work in a list. We are also going to try if indexing can also work in other topics. Okay. Now we are in list. Let's check. Now we said that indexing we have the forward indexing and the backward indexing. Now in the forward indexing, we are going to what? See how we can what? Retrieve it. Now let's see the forward indexing. Now we remember in our forward indexing we have 0, 1, 2. In our backward we have -1, -2, and -3. Now let's see how we can index. Now let's say else 2. Then let's use our square bracket and call the let's call out 0. You see 10. It pop out. Okay, it brings out 10. Okay, it brings out 10 for us. Now it brings out 10 for us. Now let's see uh, how we can what? Slice. Remember we can also what? Slice. I talked about slicing. We talked about slicing. We can slice. Now let's add our column and let's slice mm, from 0, 1, 0 to 2. So it will give us this. Now this is it. We slice it and it gave us this. So we can slice, we can perform slicing. Let's see how we can go into adding, removing, and changing an item. Now, in a list, we have different method to apply all these word: adding, removing, changing. So let's watch and see what we can do. Okay. Now let's add a new code. We are going to call out what? Our list, which is list 2, or we can even create a new list. We can even create a new list. Let's create a new list and name it 3. And this 3, we are going to call it let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, good. This is our list of item. This is what our list of what item. Now, who can tell me the error? Who can tell me the error?
No comma.
Good, good, good. No comma. So there's no comma because I mistaked. I mistakenly type it. So it will run now. Good. So let's see how we can what add, remove, and change. And this function is different. This method is different from string. This method is different from string. Okay. Now, for us to add a new, for us to add an item to the list, we can use we can use a word called dot append. Now, append add the item towards the last to the end. Now let's see how we can use the dot append. List 3 dot what append. Now we want to append what? We want to append, let's say, let's give it a new value. Let's add 70. Now we append what? 70, and now this is it. Let's see our result. Let's see our what result. Now we have appended a new value. Look at it, 70 has been appended. Hello, are you guys okay with it? Is there any question?
No, sir.
Okay, we have what? Append a new value. Now we can insert. There's a word called insert. Now insert require two things. Insert require two things. It requires the what? The index location, that is the index number, and the item we want to add. That that is insert for you. Append do not need what? Your index location, but insert need what? Your index location and what? The item you want to add. Now let's see how we can insert. Now let's see how we can insert. Now our list what? 3, list 3 dot insert. Insert. Now this is the insert. Let's talk about the location. Now let's look for the location we want to insert. We have 0. Using the forward indexing, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's see if we can insert in between 30. So let's see 0, 1, and 2. 0, 1, and what? 2. Now we want to insert in 2, index 2, index 2. And what is the item we want to add? Now we added 70 before. Let's add 80. Let's add what? 80. We are going to run it. Now let's see our what? Our results. Let's see what our results. Now this is our result. We have added what? 80 in between 20 and 30. I believe this is not confusing. Hello, hello, guys.
It's not. It's
I
not.
believe this is not good. So I think I think I have overloaded you guys. Should I continue or we should wait till next week, Monday? Should I continue the
Uh,
class?
uh, I'm still digesting it anyway. So, but I don't know for others. Other people can speak for themselves.
Hello, hello, guys. Let's speak
I
up.
said I'm still. I said I'm still digesting it. I said other people can speak for themselves.
Okay, Amos said next week. Let's hear from Azonta. It's okay. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Okay. Let's us continue. Now, now let's look for what how we can what remove. So to remove an item, we use a function, a method called remove, and the remove we have to specify what we want to remove. Now let's call out our list 3. Okay, list 3 dot what remove. Then let's remove our 80. We want to remove 80 we have already inserted. So let's remove it. Now you see descriptor remove for list object does not apply to a int. Okay. I don't really know. Okay, okay, okay. Now we cannot remove. Okay, we cannot remove if is a what a an integer. We cannot remove. Okay, but let's see something. Let me add what? Let me add a new value. Let me add a new value. Okay, I want to add a new value that is a let's say sorry, sorry, I want to see something. Okay, I'm trying to see something. Okay, I'm trying to see something. Let's add something different. Okay, okay. Now, now let's add what? A string value. Let's say a favor. Let's say favor. So let's run. Now good. Now let's remove. Oh, I made mistake. I made mistake. Sorry. And you guys did not even notify me that I have made mistake. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to ask a question. Who can tell me the mistakes I made? And I think I want to know if you guys have been following. Okay, let me
So I'm
let
not
me spare
sure,
you
but I
guys.
feel like it's the index number.
You you feel like
Maybe it's because
uh
you did not put the index number.
okay, let's see something. No, it's not that. It's not. It's not. It's not.
I'm
It's
thinking
not.
it's because of the bracket we are using, probably.
It's not. Who can tell me why this is giving me an error? It's not.
It's not the bracket too, right?
Yes, it's not. I have seen it. It's not. Okay, now this is a problem. This is a problem. Okay, look at this list. What did you see?
List
What did you
three.
see? Okay, list three.
List
And
three.
what did you see here?
We
What did you
just use
see here?
list. We didn't put three. We just use list without putting three.
Good. Did you see it runs? Now our list three, our list has been removed. Our list, our 80 has been removed. Sorry, 80 has been removed. Did you see it? It has been removed. I made mistake. So I think we have been overloaded. I think we have been overloaded. Okay. So till Monday, let's call it a day. Abi? Hello guys. Let's